Hey, it's Mike Turner, and I just kind of want to do a quick video about what's going on with the real estate market in Boise, Idaho. I mean, obviously, there's been record price increases going on. I'm going to cover that more in another video, but I just want to talk big picture because everybody's wondering, can it go this crazy and not correct? Right? It's a good question because it's it's just so crazy right now. And it's of course been driven by just almost near zero inventory. And but one thing that I want to just cover to help illustrate a point that might help answer this question of like what's going to happen maybe in the next 12 months or so, or what could happen, so that if you're making real estate decisions, you can make a more informed one. Okay, so one thing that I think it's helpful to look at is the past to see if it gives you any clues to the future, right? And so I'm looking at a chart here from web charts here, and it's like it's showing you this. This is 1999 through 2005. This is sales. So notice that sales peaked in 2005, and then this is 2006, and then 2007, and then 2008. And so even though this was like the bottom of, this is when the market technically crashed, or the housing crisis was really kind of discussed on this point forward, like this is when the recession started, I guess you can say. There was like a lot of warning. I mean, look at this. So you saw it crazy shoot up and then it started to come down, but people were ignoring a lot of this stuff here until it just imploded on everyone. So if you're going to try to learn from past mistakes, like me, because I saw this happen and I thought, oh yeah, the market's going to correct, but I thought a correction might be maybe it'll dip down 20 grand or so, the average price of homes overall in the market. There'll be some kind of correction in maybe like that 10 to 15% kind of range. But what ended up happening was it was a 50% correction, or in the Boise area. Now and this is Ada County, by the way. And so if you go up to 2012, which is this number right here, this is actually the bottom of our price bottom. So even though demand it was at the bottom here, prices kept falling all the way to 2012, and it wasn't until 2013 where they started to come back up. 2011, 2012 is when they started to really show signs of recovery, because otherwise it was just going down, 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 down. So what does this mean about for today? So going forward, we have interesting things. So basically about 2016, 2017, the market basically stabilized, right? So it essentially recovered in all its price losses. And then from there, it just kept going up. So it's had very bullish last few years. And then this last 2020, even though there was this COVID-forced recession going on, the housing market just freaked out because there wasn't as many homes on the market and people still to move, and interest rates were really pushed down, in part because the Fed keeps buying treasury bonds, and therefore the mortgage rates just got lower, lower, and lower, and it just helps fuel this real estate market over the last 12 months, big time. So my question to you and to everybody and to myself is, see how we're at this 12,000 homes sold in 1 year? So it's like a new little record. It's almost dead on from 2005, right? So will 2021 look like this number? Will 2022 look like this number? It's possible. Now, first off, there's a couple changes in the market, right, since then. And hold on, I got my puppy in the background yelping at me. What do you want? Just a minute. I'm almost done. Puppies, right? Okay, oops. Okay, it's there. So anyway, so there is like this, shh, I'm trying to do a video. Is that so this is possible, but now there's higher population in the Boise area. So that's one thing that's the difference too, okay? And then when this happened, there was very little inventory, very, very little. And then as soon as the demand started dropping, again, this is home sales because this is a reflection of demand, inventory started to rise. And so this is possible. This could happen in Boise starting next year. You see that? Puppy's got one of my papers. A little turd. That's Juno, by the way. She's like 10 weeks and she's a terror. She's cute, but, take some patience. So anyway, yeah, so this could happen. So my point to homeowners all the time is like, yes, it's good. Yes, it could stay good. It may stay good it may keep going up for the next few years. It's possible, but it might change. And so it's always important for anybody, any investor for sure, and anybody who's a homeowner is concerned about it. Because if you're going to stay in your home the next 30 years, it doesn't matter. But if you are trying to time it or trying to pay attention, this is something that can happen. And as soon as you believe it won't happen, that's when you get bit, right? So let's not have that mistake again. And just want to show you like what it looks like, because this is what we're having right now. We're seeing this again. And by the way, 2005, zero inventory. Now, different circumstances, but similar. Okay, so because we didn't start having inventory, gosh, we still haven't had inventory problems until down here, these last couple years, because people stopped buying homes, but all the builders kept going and going and going. So that could happen again. And I keep accidentally going to this chart, so I might as well show you what it is. This is the same chart, but this differentiates the green is the resale homes, and the purple is new construction. And let me get this out of the way. And then you can see how new construction sales have just gone up. And of course, this is the overall sales for Ada County and how this has progressed up, but not necessarily in an unhealthy way. You see how this big jump here and see this big jump here? That was really a crazy frenzy. And ours has been more subtle. So, I think things are still okay. I don't feel like we're about to have this big drop, but it's possible. So I just wanted to point it out because everyone asked me. It's like, what do you think? It's still, how long does it go for? I don't know, but I'm watching it, and I think we'll get early signs because you see demand dip. That means inventory is going to raise, and then builders will probably keep going because everyone's like, well, I got to still make money while I can, and the similar thing could happen. Okay, all right, that's it for today. I'll stop talking. You guys have a great weekend. I'm Mike Turner. Reach out to me with your real estate questions. I'll be happy to answer them. Take care.